It'll give me more affinity with him at the same time. So it's not a bad idea to go and do. Just hardcore parkour across that skull. Open up. So, gun ban. Is the thing not... What? Oh, there we go. Now it's appearing. That's already the right time. Nice.
Man.
Hey, Harmonia. I was just trying to drill some combat skills into Shingo. Your Pathfinders might not be a combat-first kind of outfit. It's not like the Ganglion and the Indigents just leave us alone. And when we do run into trouble, I'd like him to be able to defend himself without having to rely on Side and Armando all the time. Shingo's a pretty fast learner. He just lacks experience. How would you train him if he was one of yours? So there's a Brill regiment in the room for failure to guide him with positive reinforcement. Yeah, that. That's really how you train people. I mean, realistically, between those two options, no, I do a middle ground of the two. Suppose I'd better positively reinforce the crap out of him then. I mean, he's going to be my teammate as well as my student, right? Probably best I don't break the poor kid. But what happens if Shingo gets separated from the team? Or, God forbid, is the only survivor of an attack? What then? The things he doesn't know are the very things that'll get him killed. A rifle can't shoot for crap if it's not loaded with the correct ammo, right? The indigents on this planet aren't going to give him a chance to learn from his mistakes. I need him to be able to walk away from whatever happens to him. Anyway, sorry if I got a little carried away there. I should go, though. Gotta run Shingo through a skill training session. See you around. Play allows heart-to-heart training troubles. Okay. But yeah, get the internet, they change suddenly, decide something bad is now good, and that's better than everything else because they're speaking objectively. To what J.K. Simmons would do, shout like crazy. That is definitely the approach. There's a Lin one. There's an Elma one. Sure, I'm gonna go where I'm getting heart-to-hearts. This is what I'm gonna do. Also, it'll give me, like, more affinity and stuff anyway. And sometimes complete segment stuff. What it sometimes does. Hey, look, intel.
Have you heard?
Yoink, information has been registered. Heart-to-heart in the afternoon. So let's see here. It's romance time? Not necessarily. Let's see here. Afternoon. Let's see here. Expanding the effective area of the deflector shields would require optimizing our energy output by at least 8%. The only way to accomplish that is by multiplexing our energy drivers. Alright, I'll prepare a couple of design proposals. We can bring them to the mechanical team and see which they think is the most workable. Oh, hello there, Harmonia. Sorry about that. I was wrapped up in a conversation about technical issues with New LA's defenses, which you heard. Anyway, I didn't even notice you were there. Express admiration for our many talents. I don't know. That? Oh, it's nothing. I did a little bit of mechanical engineering work years ago, but it hardly qualifies as one of many talents. Honestly, outside of engineering, combat is my only noteworthy talent. Can't even cook like Lynn, she's lying out of her teeth right now. So I'm determined to see what few talents I do have put to the best possible use for the people of NLA. I hope you too can avoid being constrained by the constant demands of Blade, and can put your other talents to use now and then for the good of New LA. Yeah. I'm glad you understand. If everyone used their unique talents to help everyone else out, I know we'd be able to survive our current travails. And beyond that, we'd be better positioned to build a bright future for all of us here in New LA. Then we Blades could truly say that we're building a legacy. We played Elma's Heart-to-Heart the Techie. Oh, and that was a thing for the Industrial District. I got an energy clip for making more progress in the Industrial District. So yeah, doing the Heart-to-Hearts is extra important in this game compared to the original. I'm getting more energy here. It's great. Oh, Lynn's already here. This little pup seemed lonely, so I took him for a walk. Oh, I guess this was another dog-required one. He wouldn't stop licking my face. Now it's all sticky and gross. Plus, it smells like jerky. That's okay, because he's so darn cute. The Blade Barracks are way more fun now that he's around. Yeah, it's more fun. Yeah, I think he loves being here. Have you seen how hard his little tail wags when you come home? Hey, I have an idea. Tricks. I bet you'd be a great teacher, right? And it'll be easy with a student who's so eager to impress. Okay, so what trick do you want to start with? I guess shaking hands would be the most basic, but I'll leave it up to the master. Flips? Offer Lynn your hand and say shake? Show the dog how to do a flip in midair. Wow, that's ambitious, but I love it. Skells, dogs, and everything else should all be able to fly. But if that's what we're doing, we might need to bring in the big guns. I'll talk to someone I know who used to be a professional dog trainer. If you're really determined to teach him an expert level trick like that, you better study up a bit. It won't be easy, but between the two of us, I bet we'll have this pooch soaring through the skies before you know it. Huh, I'm getting excited just at the thought. Lynn's heart-to-heart, old dogs, and new tricks. So she threatened... I got another storage probe. Threatens to cook sentient life. Does that mean you'll be having Chinese food tonight? No, God. I can't add a storage probe to this network here anyway. Nor do I really need to, considering, what difference is that gonna make? I already make, like, significantly more than half of what my storage limit is, so I may as well deposit, like, each tick anyway. Like, I don't want to receive 2 ticks without depositing the one thing anyway, so there's no point putting down another storage probe right now, I don't think. I don't believe the afternoon view second heart to heart. Is that on the upper level or the lower level here? Also, did I put Lamau back in my party? Did I do that? Because I want him to be sticking around until he's maxed out here. So I don't think I can get any more things with him right now. So I think I'm at 2 hearts with him. No, I'm at 3, so there should be a 3rd heart-to-heart around here somewhere. But I think everyone has 5, right? Elma at night. Oh, there's Lau's. Here, let's get that, and then I'll put Lau back in my party, and then he can keep on passively gaining affinity and stuff. I'll get him up to 5 hearts. I know I didn't during my playthrough 3 years ago, and then after he pieced out Girl Scout, he was permanently in my affinity chart as, like, not maxed out. So, I'm gonna change that this time. Even though I assume he's probably gonna rejoin the party. And, like, he's gonna come along with the Black Knight and be like, hey, friends, how you doing? Oh, man. Perfect timing, Harmonia. Came here to make a request of the men on regarding the hangars. And as you can see, I've been kind of detained. It's like they've never seen a Pathfinder before. They just keep asking one tedious question after the next about Frontier Nav. I'd really like to cut this short and get back to work. I can't get a goddamn word in edgewise. What would you do if it were you? Grease the wheels with a pizza? I wouldn't suggest any of these things, actually. That is not the way I would handle a situation like this. I would know. I don't know. Ignore the questions, pushes wave 3. Would if I could. Alright, try to make a break for it once. I end up with a man on hanging off each arm. They were like kids throwing a tantrum. I didn't want to start swinging him around and cause some kind of diplomatic incident. Times like this, I can't help but have second thoughts about sharing our city with a bunch of xenoforms. How do you feel about it? Yeah, Lau has some conflicting emotions about a few different things. I'm gonna do this because it's gonna grind his affinity faster, even though it's not really what I'd actually answer. Or maybe just see what he says if I do positive. Both risks and benefits? Yeah, hasn't been all lollipops and unicorns, that's for sure. We've gained a lot of advanced technology, but the Xenos have subjected us to plenty of danger too. I know it's a glib to say we'd all be better off if we'd never met each other. There is some truth to that. Still, doesn't mean there's any point in crying over spilled milk. I have to do what I can to help move us forward. Looks like the Manon have calmed down since we started talking. This might be my chance to slip back into the administrative district. I'll see you around, Harmonia. Completed Lau's Heart to Heart, the fan club. Oh, and I got up to 4 hearts with him now, so I should be able to do the next one. Wherever it is. It's this one then. Yeah, so I can do that one. So he's gonna be 1 heart away from being maxed out, so I'm making great progress with him, honestly. Hey, what's up? It's me. I'm back from the dead. Just walked out of hell. Anyway, let's continue the master quest. Yeah, maybe we'll get something like that. It's not me quoting anything that time. We'll see if that ends up quoting Lau. Here's HB that I'm not really bothering to do anything with yet. So this one is morning. Whoops, that's active members. So let's see here. So change time to morning. And then Lamau is going to be here. Hi. Why do you have your gun out? Harmonia. I was just doing some target practice. On what? We may be Mimiosomes, but our skills still weaken if we don't stay in shape. You'd think there'd be a dedicated area for this instead of, you know, the residential district. Suggest Lau give Shingo some firearms training. Ask Lau why he hasn't been around much lately. Yeah, why haven't you been around much lately? Everyone's got something they're supposed to be doing. Tell me, when you go on a mission that you know will put lives at risk, do you bring Lin and Tatsu along, or do you leave them behind? I might be able to use your experience to guide my own decision. I can't tell you all the details. I got that hanging over me, just like you and Elma do. What? He asked me a question of whether I'd bring them along, but refute implies I'm disagreeing with him, the importance of caring for your team. So what does that mean? Is that answering that I would take them along, that I wouldn't? Reaffirm show loud my support? About what? I'm just gonna show loud my support. No more questions? Not gonna pump me for details. It didn't give me the option. Thanks for that, Harmonia. Your trust means a lot to me. Listen, if you get a chance, could you give Shingo a hand with his training? I know he'd be excited to work with someone as skilled as you. I'm sure there are plenty of things you could teach him. Thanks. I appreciate it. Talking like he's not gonna be around here. Completely allows heart-to-heart teamwork. Okay. Put him back in my party. I don't know. You're out, Arena. Lamau, get back in here. Look, we're at 4.5. We're gonna get to that 5. I'm gonna get there. On my way, HP. Sure, let's get these other heart-to-hearts. May as well here. This one is, pet cat. That needs to be knight. Alright, this one doesn't have a restriction on the type of pet that I need. So yeah, you do need to get pets if you want to get all the conversation stuff with people in this game. Yep, no uranium to deposit.
Am I right?
No, you're wrong. Never been more wrong. It might just be on the lower level. It's so hard to tell here. Or it could be up there too. It is up there. Good thing I checked up here before I fast traveled down into the hangars. So yeah, afternoon, view second heart to heart. I thought it was alright the afternoon. I thought that's just what I set it to a second ago. Am I losing my mind? It's morning. I am losing my mind. Time has been changed. I'm absolutely going crazy. Harmonia, you're just in time. You have to save me. These women are fawning all over me, and I don't know what to do. Tell the women to go away and stop bothering Lynn. No, don't say anything. It's not that bad. It's just, look, I know they mean well. I mean, they invite me out for cake. They ask me to go on picnics. They're always wanting to go out on long drives or to catch a movie together. It's really sweet and all, but I can't possibly do all of that stuff in a single day off. Could do it all. She made a mission out of it. I'll focus on a single activity. Yeah, you're probably right. If I could pick just one, I might actually be able to enjoy it. Well, cake is always nice, but a picnic also sounds pretty great right about now. I bet going on for a nice drive would be fun, and I always enjoy a good movie. Wait, I know. I'll invite everyone on an adventure to go search for one of those great picnic spots we keep hearing about. We can drive there in my Skell, eat some cake, and relax under the sun. So if you had your Skell license the whole time, then, like, why did you never use Skells before in gameplay, huh? And why can't you bring your own? Why do I have to buy one for you if you're going to use one gameplay-wise? And come back home and catch the latest kaiju flick before we crash. And it'll be perfect. Lynn's heart-to-heart, the popular girl. Oh, that's a thing here. I got up to 20% there. I got another energy clip. Sweet. That's probably all I can do for... Oh, I can do one for Doug now. May as well do that because that needs a pet dog. So while I have the pet dog, may as well do this. I have enough support with Doug now. We're gonna go around chatting with people. Is what's going on now. Yeah, because he just got up to his first heart. It seems like. So, yeah, it needs to be afternoon. I believe that's what things currently are. He needs to be not in my party. So here, slap someone else in temporarily because they can potentially get some hearts from, like, my dialogue options. Let's see here.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Harmonia. This is your dog, right? Man, what a good boy. He was just letting me give him some lovin'. What do you mean? You know, pets and stuff. I scratch under his chin, rub his belly, make his leg do that kicking thing. You know, lovin'. Okay, seriously? Why are you giving me that look? When I pass a dog that needs lovin', I'm not gonna leave him hanging. Have any pets of your own? Nah, I don't have any myself. I don't have the time or the money. Or heck, even the patience. If I ever find myself with a little extra lovin' to give, I'll just invite myself over to play with your pooch. It's more than enough for me. Well, Niles being a little bit wonky. Sorry if that seems a bit selfish. L2. Like, they're trying to eavesdrop, but trying to not be suspicious about it when they are being, like, the most suspicious about it they possibly can be. Sorry if that seems a little selfish. Well, I've had my fill. Better get back to work. But if you ever get a line on an assignment with a big payoff, hook me up. Play Doug's heart-to-heart facts and feelings. Hello, ASAP for 14K. Swimming to the faraway island, third attempt to mark an FN site. I tried FN 503 twice. It's surrounded by lava. But for FN 507, just keep swimming. I wish you the best of luck with that. But, you know, if you do chapter 6 and get skells, then you can go across lava without getting damage. Like, I just waited until I beat chapter 6 and got skells. And then I started filling my frontier nav. So, I have every slot filled now, save for the ones I need skell flight for. So, that's the way that I handled it. It's just get a whole bunch of stuff earlier, but only go around making an active effort getting a metric shit ton of things after I got Skell. And, you know, obviously I can't get everything until Chapter 9 in Skell Flight, but, I have a whole bunch now. That's the one that needs Cat. There's no other heart-to-hearts here, so I can go into the barracks briefly and change to Cat, just so that we can, get that other heart-to-heart with Elma and keep on progressing things here. And now, I can probably go ahead and, like, I could keep Ella in and not put Doug back in. Whatever. Doug's going back in. There we go. Sure. Blast Fencer Plus. Level 17 on Chapter 4. Okay. Yeah, that is definitely pretty early to be going for stuff in College Rose, which, hey, all the power to you if you want to, like, be going and getting that. But it's definitely going to be very, very difficult at that phase. I appreciate the follow there, ASAP. But yeah, it'll be significantly easier post-Chapter 6. Barracks customization, pets. Go ahead and switch to the cat so that Elma wants to talk to me for the next time. Let's see here. So now we go out this way. We get this heart-to-heart, and then I'll have all the heart-to-hearts that I can get right now, I think. I don't remember getting the first heart-to-heart with Elle, but I don't think there's any heart-to-hearts outside of the city. I think they're all in the city. But I never really made much of an effort to do the heart-to-hearts in previous playthroughs, so, like, maybe what do I know? What do I know, perhaps? And this one needs to be night. So let's see here. If I go ahead and quickly set it to night, like that. And then Elma wants to chat to me because it's night and I have a cat now. Here we go. What am I doing? I'm playing with this cat. I figured that was kind of obvious. Do I not seem like the animal-loving type to you? Believe it or not, I had a pet Siamese on Earth. On my days off, she would crawl onto my lap and let me stroke her chin while I enjoyed a good book. Petting cats always reminds me of life on Earth. What about you? Does interacting with pets remind you of anything? Yeah, I expect I had a pet on Earth. Your face lights up when you talk about pets. Such a powerful reaction to a lost memory. I wonder if that means it's actually a returning memory. You think pets could serve as a trigger to recover your other lost memories? Mind if I ask you another question, just as a matter of personal curiosity? What animal do you think makes the best pet? Elma! My answer would be dogs, but, like, part of me is a little bit curious about what she says. I'm kind of surprised that reptile isn't an option here. Dogs are my favorite kind of pet. I still have my leopard gecko that is now, like, 16 and a half years old. He's an old lizard. I'm an Elma person. That's interesting. You know I'm not a pet, right? Why on earth would you even say that just to see the dialogue options when a game gives you like such an absurd dialogue option that you have to click it out of curiosity? Perhaps this is another symptom of the damage your Mimiosome suffered in the crash. Dang. I'll make an appointment for you at the Mimiosome Maintenance Center. Request they perform a disassembly so they can analyze your component. No, don't do that. No, don't worry. It's a routine procedure for severe mental damage. I'll personally make sure they do a thorough job of cleaning out your skull. Dang. Petting zoo. But yeah, just want to mark one of the quick travel. Oh, I got up to 5 hearts. I think that's my first character that I've maxed out. So yeah, if I don't need her, I'm going to try to not have her in my party because I want to prioritize other people that I'm trying to like get affinity up with. Very nice. Does that unlock like a 5th heart-to-heart? Yeah, it does. That isn't even the 5th one. This is the 3rd one. So I have a whole bunch that I can run around and do. Morning, view 2nd heart-to-heart. Sure, let's see all the stuff with Elma. Get all these. But yeah, the fast travel points are definitely handy. The thing that I would argue is even more handy is just like the passive revenue. Speaking of. Nope, no Moranium to deposit. Just making sure here. This one was morning, right? I think. No! Good thing cars don't have collision. Why'd that guy look like Juju? Okay, he doesn't when I look a little bit closer. I swear he looked like Xenoblade 1 Juju there. What was this again? Morning. Let's see here. Whoops. Yeah, I'm in the right place. System. Morning. Want to have a chat here?
Oh, hello.
Oh, Harmonia. What a coincidence. Are you interested in cars? I am, actually. Like, I don't care that much about modern vehicles, but I really like antique vehicles, considering my truck is of 1953. And I really want to get it running here soon, hopefully sometime early next month. I expected as much. There's a glint in your eyes that I recognize from another car lover I know. I'm hardly an expert on the topic myself, but I know enough to poke around under the hood. Like, modern cars for me is like, okay. Like, I can look under the hood and kind of have a general understanding of what's going on from, like, my work on my Fargo. But I wouldn't be able to tell you, like, the brands and makes of vehicles. Like, I wouldn't know the first thing about that. Like, that's a gray one, is what I'd be able to say. I do know the makes a little bit better about, like, antique vehicles, considering I've looked into that a lot more. With, like, the field I'm most familiar with being, like, the 40s to 50 series of vehicles. Considering that's the vehicles that are in my family. Hardly an expert on the topic myself, but I know enough to poke around under the hood. It reminds me how that friend of mine used to use all kinds of crazy car jargon when he drove me around in his classic car. Was it a 1953 Fargo? White walls, glass packs, supercharged Hemi, rack and pinion steering, stuff like that. My Fargo doesn't have white walls, but my dad's Mercury truck does. Which we might actually get, like, some new tires for at some point, and then, like, just save the white walls for maybe more special occasions and maybe preserve them a little bit better. White walls are expensive, man. This car was really old-fashioned, and it stalled all the time. The amount of times I've stalled my Fargo is insane. But after, like, all the transmission work that's been done this past winter, I hope that that's going to stop, largely. I think that gave me an appreciation for the history of the automobile. Made me feel like cars were more than just a bunch of bolts and metal. That's the kind of thing that I want to express by, like, sharing my Fargo with people. And, like, taking it to shows and sharing with people that I know. It's just like, hey, this is where we came from. It was a very different times. It makes you really appreciate the progression of technology. My first car was steam powered. That'd be cool. Just to take Elma for a ride once you buy a car. Sure, that. I think I've seen a steam powered car like twice at a couple of the old car shows that I've gone to. Like, there's not a lot of them out there, but there are some. Sounds great, but first we have to bring back the classic cars. Yeah, bring back a 53 Fargo. I wonder if there's enough information about old cars in the Lightful archives for us to reproduce them. Oh my god, those guys are fused together. Yeah, I might know enough about carburetors at this point that I can figure out stuff like that. I know it's hardly feasible now, but let's do what we can to make it a reality someday. That would really be something to look forward to. I left for a second, but my sacrifice was not left unnoticed. Driving force, quite literally there. Hey, look, more completion here. Hell yeah. Now numero cuatro is gonna be on the Manon ship in the evening here. Yeah, let's have all these chats. Is what we shall do. Whoops! How did I even do that? I didn't hit the screenshot button. I was playing around with the bumpers. Is there some, like, hotkey on the Nintendo Switch that lets you, take screenshots with the bumpers that I never knew about until I fidgeted with them and I accidentally took a screenshot? I thought it was afternoon. Oh, evening. My god. There. Progress time just a little bit. Hi.
Who it is?
What are you doing here, Harmonia? You must enjoy this place as much as I do, huh? It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? So, what's catching your eye today? You're watching the Manon savor their pizza. Would this still be an option if I never did the pizza quest? Entranced by the beautiful light. Tell Ema you're watching the Xenoforms interact peacefully. I don't know, how about the light? Ah, indeed. I'm sure the Manon don't give it a second thought, but it certainly is beautiful. Did you know that this light is the power source for this entire vessel? It's some sort of perpetual motion machine, the conduit, that doesn't produce a very high energy output, but is both perfectly safe and completely clean. I doubt humanity has the technological capacity to pull off anything like that, at least not yet. But I'm sure it'll be available to us someday. Bandom has practically been salivating at the thought. This light is to the Manon what fire is to humanity. And like fire, one day it won't seem special at all. It'll just be a part of our world that we take for granted. Mankind advances, and if it's by joining hands with Xenoforms. That only makes it all the more impressive. But almost heart-to-heart friendship treatise. Alright, more progress on the man on ship. I got a bunch of credits for getting past 5%. Alright, and then there should be a level 5 one, which won't actually progress, like, her affinity anymore, but be, like, the conclusion here, or not. I never really interacted with heart-to-hearts all that much, so maybe there just isn't a 5th one? I don't know if there's, like, a menu where you can check that, like, if I went into Intel or something. I don't know if it would show in a, like, affinity chart. Where the heck is Elma? Connections. Who knows what L's age is? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've done all the things. Hearing similar warnings that I got from watching dinosaurs. Pizza really is the greatest, don't you think? It's 2:42 in the morning. Taking nature for granted. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, it's in here. Yeah, so there is a 5th one. Let's see what this final heart-to-heart is. Because I probably never got this in previous playthroughs. So I'm showcasing different stuff here. So night, huh? Let's see here. Night. Time has been changed. Oh, hello, Harmonia. Sorry about that. I was just lost in thought. Or maybe it's more accurate to say that I was getting a bit sentimental. When exactly did this place become my home? When did I grow to love it so? So many unexpected things have happened, you know? And yet, humanity has begun to lay down roots on this planet in spite of it all. I don't know. Maybe that's why I feel like my perceptions have changed a little. When I finish a mission and return to the barracks, it really feels like I'm coming home. I totally feel the same way. Makes me happy to hear that. Did you know that our floor is unique within the Blade Barracks? Our quarters are larger than those of the other teams, and also come with the biggest kitchen. I've been blessed to be able to share them only with people I trust completely. Nagi and Vandam are even allow me to bring Lin and Tatsu in here, despite her age and his, well, him. It was good of them to make that all happen. Why is that anyway? That's actually a bit tricky. I already know the answer since I've played this game before. Perhaps once you've secured the Lifehold core, I can take the time to do the explanation justice. Besides, this is no time to reminisce about the past. I know you have missions of your own to pursue. Now, let's both get out there and do our best. We played Elma's heart-to-heart going home. No, there we go, 10% in the Blade Barracks. I got a bunch of points there. Closing in on the final episode, I know once I get there it's going to feel bad as I have an entire series worth of content to have built up to it, episodic or not. I know the feel. So I can do that one if I want to. Or I could potentially do the other affinity mission of like another new character, or maybe save like that as other new stuff for next stream, and then like next stream has like some more unique stuff. 2:45 in the morning, so I can probably do one longer mission yet. What is the mission where Lamau leaves? Because I know that took me off guard during my playthrough 3 years ago, where it's like I thought I had more time, and then it turned out that I didn't, and then Lamau was gone before I got to Maxim, and I was like all upsetty spaghetti. Xenoblade Chronicles X. What chapter does Lamau leave? Let's see here. Leaves the party during chapter 11. Okay, I don't know why that would have taken me by surprise. That's literally the second last one. What was the chapter limit for Lau's missable quests? Oh. Okay, so that was a lie with chapter 11. Just want to know when to pay attention to his thing. Chapter 9 is when you need to do his heart-to-hearts by, or you miss them forever. He doesn't have any missable quests though, yeah, since they're all required, like, before doing story missions and stuff. So chapter 9. It is possible that, like, it took me off guard in my playthrough 3 years ago, because I wanted to bum rush chapter 9, because I know that I get skill flight after chapter 9. So it sounds like chapter 9 then. Starting chapter 9 is when Lau, yeah, peace out, Girl Scout. So I can do chapter 7 if I want. And then, like, next stream I can make progress on more of the things that, like, my god, let's just restart. Next stream I can start doing the things that make progress towards unlocking chapter 8 then. And Lau's really close to being maxed out here as well, which is nice. Yeah, like one more heart. I've seen 4 of his things. One more heart. I'll see his final heart to heart. And like, I'm good. I've done like my LOW obligations. I still kind of hope / assume that in Definitive Edition here with the additional content, he'll just be like, hey, I'm back. I'm coming back and joining you guys again instead of piecing out, Girl Scout. But just in case, I should be pretty good. I'll have remedied the mistakes that I made in the playthrough 3 years ago. And then everyone died, the end. Patrick, that's pretty accurate for this. Sounds about right there. But yeah, I think I'm in a pretty good position. Do I want to go into this mission with Doug and Niall? They're not going to appear in cutscenes anyway, I don't think. That's so nice that you can do story missions without needing to take Lynn and Elma. Oh, that's kind of cute. But I'm a dog person, so it sucks to suck. Imagine if I could have something like a leopard gecko here too, like I have in real life. Bear customization. Sorry, I'm gonna prefer the Labrador. Yeah. Sorry, cat. So you're gonna be back over there? Nope. You're gonna be over here. Where's the dog? Oh. Just chilling. Just chilling. And yeah, I've been collecting so many holograms. I can set them, but I never really got the point. Holofigures. Holographic figures can be displayed in a gallery within the Blade Barracks. You can obtain them as rewards for certain missions or salvage them from certain enemies. Display holofigure. There's so many in this. Guns. A big gun. Weapons, armor, enemies, special. Meh. I never really cared about the hologram room. Not all that much. It's 2:48. Do I really want to do another story mission right now? At nearly 3 in the morning, do another story mission? One last one, how about? Do a story mission with my own party here, including a new character. Sure. I'm level 29. Once I get one more level, I can get like a better skill. Coin flip? No, I just do it. I just can't take Arena or Gwyn.